And we're back here at Baswell Field as the Wonder Boys look to break out the brooms and sweep Southwestern Oklahoma out of town. The Wonder Boys have taken the first two in this series over the Southwestern Oklahoma Bulldogs and looking to complete the sweep here in game number 3. This will be a 7-inning game. Be a 7-inning game here in game number 2 today. The Wonder Boys are going to send Jack Rector to the mound today for game 3 here. The lefty of the 4.33 ERA with 2 wins, 3 losses. He's made 7 appearances, all starts. He's gone 27 innings, giving up 24 hits, 15 runs, 13 of those earned, with 28 strikeouts, 13 walks, and opponents hitting 26 against. And he'll be facing a Bulldog lineup that'll send Barrera, Eastwood, and Searing to the plate here in the top of the first, and we're all set to go here in game 3. And Jack Rector, the lefty's ready to go, and his first pitch is a little bit high for ball 1. And Rector's ready with the 1-0. That's in there for a called strike. You got the battery of Rector and Olea. You got Bard over at third, Dawson at short, Cabranes at second, Schwenke at first. As Rector brings the 1-1. That is fouled out of play over the third base dugout. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. You got Grant Jones in center field, Ronaldo out in right, and Sawyer Duddleston getting the start in left field today for this third game. And the pitch swung on and missed. And that's how we begin things here in game number 3 with Barrera going down on strikes. And that'll bring up Ty Eastwood.
Ty Eastwood.
And Rector's first pitch to Eastwood. In there for a called strike. And here comes Rector's 0-1. That ball's driven to left center, hit pretty well. Going back, Duddleston will have room at the warning track to haul it in for the first out, or the second out, excuse me. That ball was hit pretty well, but Duddleston got over there in a hurry and made that catch. And the first 2 are gone here in the top of the first. And that'll bring up Jackson Searing, the right fielder for the Bulldogs. And Rector's first delivery. In there for a called strike. And Rector's ready with the 0-1. That comes in, almost hits Searing, but he jumps out of the way. And the 1-1. Grounded foul at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Wonder Boys took game 1 last night 7-1, and then in our first of 2 today, they took game 2 4-2. So going for the sweep here in game 3. Here's Rector's pitch. That is lined into center. Grant Jones takes a few steps back, makes the grab, and that'll do it for the Bulldogs here as they go down in order. in the top of the first. And we head to the bottom of the first here at the Baz. No score, and the Wonder Boys coming up. And we're back here at Baswell Field as we head to the bottom of the first in Game 3 of this series. The Wonder Boys are headed to the plate. They're going to send Marcos Cabranes, Shane Poe, Logan Schwenke, your first three. They're going to be facing the left-hander Jackson Phillips today. Phillips with a .399 ERA with 5 wins, no losses. He's made 7 appearances, all those starts. He's pitched 31 in the third innings, and he's set to face Cabranes. And his first pitch misses for a ball. In those 38 in the third, he's given up 41 hits, 21 runs, 17 of those earned. Struck out 39. Swing and a miss. The count's even, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's only walked 9. Opponents are hitting .275 against. And the 1-1 to Cabranes is popped up. Shallow center field. The center fielder coming in, the second baseman going out, but Barrera, the center fielder, calls everyone off to make the grab. And Cabranes is retired. Start the game. And it'll bring up the designated hitter for the Wonder Boys, Shane Poe. Poe hitting .323 on the season in 93 plate appearances. He's got 30 hits. And he fouls the first one from Phillips straight back. And there's no balls, 1 strike. Wonder Boys looking for the sweep. The 0-1 to Poe misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, that is flied into center. Coming on as the center fielder, Barrera. Going out as the shortstop, Eastwood. And Eastwood with the over-the-shoulder basket catch there to retire Poe. Nice play out there, young man. Tip of the cap.
First baseman, number 11, Logan Schwenke.
And there's 2 away here now in the Wonder Boy half of the first. That'll bring up Logan Schwenke now. That ball is driven into left. That's going to get down and off the wall. Schwenke headed for second. The throw in is going to be in time to get Schwenke. The left fielder, Burke, fired it in, and the relay was in time to get Schwenke at second. He was trying to stretch that into a double. So the Wonder Boys are done here in the bottom half of the first. As we head to the second inning, there's no score. As we return to play here at Baswell Field in Game 3 of this series. No score here as we head to the second inning. And Jack Rector back to the mound for the Wonder Boys. And he'll be facing Jeff Marlowe, Reese Burke, and Connor Jeffers here in the top of the second. And Rector's ready to go. Here's the pitch. That is lifted into center field, hit pretty well. On the run is Cole Dawson, but cannot get there. That's going to get out of the park for a home run. And the Bulldogs have jumped on top here in the top of the second. 1-0. Marlowe hit that well. It's now his 8th home run of the year. And it gives the Bulldogs a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. And Rector's pitch misses on Reese Burke, the Bulldog left fielder. And Burke waits on the 1-0 from Rector. That comes in, almost hits Burke. He twists out of the way of that. And it runs the count to 2 balls, no strikes. Another great crowd on hand here at the Baz. And Rector's 2-0 in there for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Several fans sitting out in the sunshine again. Here's the 2-1 from Rector. That misses, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. So Jeff Marlowe homers to start off the second here. And the Bulldogs have jumped out in front. 1-0. And Rector's ready with the 3-1 to Burke. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4. So the first 2 of the inning have reached. We'll have a little meeting on the mound here. Marlowe led off with a homer, then a walk to Burke. And that's going to bring up Connor Jeffers with 1 on and nobody out. Game 1 was a little chilly for a 1 o'clock start. It was in the 50s, 62 degrees now. But if you're sitting under the awning here in the stand, it's probably still a little chilly as I see a few sweatshirts and blankets still to be found this afternoon. But if you're out in the sun, it's quite pleasant. Here's Connor Jeffers facing Jack Rector. And Rector's first pitch. High, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, and a 1-0 Bulldog lead here in the top of the second. And Rector's first pitch. Foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Again, this will be a shortened 7th inning game here in Game 3. And Rector's 1-1. That floats outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Eric Fafoulis waits on deck. Here's the 2-1, but a throw over to first. Gets away all the way down into right field. Bounces off the wall. That's going to get down into the corner. Burke is on his way to third. So the pickoff over at first sails wide. And Burke winds up all the way over at third base now with nobody out. And the Bulldogs have got something brewing here in the top of the second with nobody out. And Rector checks the runner over at third now. He's ready with the 2-1 to Jeffers. Swing and a miss, strike two. That evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bulldogs already with 1 run across. And the home run from Marlowe, threatening to add another here. Here's the pitch. That is driven to center field. Going back is Jones. Going back at the warning track, makes the catch. That'll score Burke easily. And so now there's 1 away. And it's now 2-0 Bulldogs.
Catcher number 11, Aaron Fufulis.
That'll bring up the catcher, Eric Fufulis. And Rector's first to him. In there for a called strike. Two to nothing. Bulldogs here in the top of the second. And the pitch, called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes now. 1 away here. And nobody on. And Rector's pitch. Inside, almost hit him as Fufulis spins out of the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Sergio Natera waits on deck for the Bulldogs here, who have jumped out 2-0 here in the top of the second. And Rector's pitch. Called strike 3. Fufulis goes down looking. He turns and has just a few things to say or ask of Mr. Home Plate Umpire. That's the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Sergio Natera. Natera playing first base for the Bulldogs here in Game 3. It's only Natera's 9th plate appearance on the year. And Rector's first pitch to him is a strike. Rector's ready with the 0-1. Here's the pitch. It's low, ball 1. So a leadoff home run here in the top of the second, followed by a walk. And then a 2-base throwing error on a pickoff move. And then a sacrifice fly have given Southwestern Oklahoma a 2-0 lead here. And Rector's pitch. That's downstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Should Natera reach Sean Mansour. Waits on deck. And here's the 2-1 from Rector. That's up, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. I can see some action down in the Wonder Boy bullpen here in the top of the second. And Rector's pitch is popped up, foul. That's going to get out of play over the first base side. In a shortened 7-inning game, your leash as a pitcher is not going to be quite as long as it normally would in a 9-inning ball game. And here's the pitch. That is driven into left center. That is back, going back. That is off the wall. Duddleston fields it off the hop off the wall. The throw in is not in time. And Natera is in, sliding with a double. So with 2 outs here in the top of the second, the Bulldogs are threatening to score again. And that'll bring up Sean Mansour, the 9-0 hitter for the Bulldogs. And Rector's pitch to him misses. Ball 1. And that may be it for Rector as Coach Dawson is out to the mound here. And does look like, from what I can tell, the Wonder Boys are going to go to the pen here. So it looks like Rector is going to go an inning and 2/3 here. And let's see who he gives way to. As the Bulldogs have jumped on top 2-0 here. And threatening for more here in the top of the second. And it looks like the Wonder Boys are going to go to Grant Shahan. Shahan, the 5'10" senior out of Sherwood, North Little Rock High School. The charging Wildcat. He comes on here in the top of the second with 2 outs and a runner on second base. And the Wonder Boys trailing 2-0.
Attention, please, fans. Pitching change for the Wonder Boys. Now on the mound, number 6, Grant Shahan.
An absolute gorgeous day here at Baswell Field. We've had wonderful weather for both these games. And a really nice crowd on hand. Lots of lawn chairs. There's, again, quite the difference in the folks who are basking in the sun down the baselines here, especially down the third baseline, and the folks who are bundled up under the blankets in the bleachers. But at the end of the day, cold, hot, doesn't matter. It's still a beautiful day at the ballpark. I don't think there's such thing as a bad day at the ballpark. Shahan is completing his warm-up tosses here. Looks like we're about ready to return to action here. There's going to be a 1-0 count here for Shahan. And he's ready to go. And his pitch misses. That'll be a 2-ball, no-strike count. Here's the 2-0. That is hit hard on the ground over to short, scooped up by Cole Dawson. In time over to first to retire Mansour. But the Bulldogs push across a pair on a home run and a sac fly. And as we go to the bottom of the second here in game number 3, the Wonder Boys trail the Bulldogs 2-0. And we're back here at Baswell Field as we play in the bottom of the second inning with the Wonder Boys trailing Southwestern Oklahoma 2-0. And Jackson Phillips back to the mound for the Bulldogs. He'll face Keaton Rinaldo to lead things off here. And his first pitch is grounded hard down the third base line and into the corner. Rinaldo rounds first and is on his way to second with a stand-up double to lead off the second inning here for the Wonder Boys. And that'll bring up Christian Olea. So Rinaldo doubles. Now Christian Olea stands in to be followed by Brendan Bard and Grant Jones for the Wonder Boys here in the bottom of the second. And Phillips checks Rinaldo. Here's the pitch. That misses, ball one. And the 1-0 to Olea is upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Olea now hitting .287 on the season. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. The first 2 games of the series, Christian Olea is hitting .500. He's had 8 at-bats with 4 hits. He scored 3 runs. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wonder Boys would love a base hit from Olea here to cut into this 2-0 deficit, as they're looking to try to sweep the Southwestern Oklahoma Bulldogs out of town. Here's the 2-2. That misses, and the count runs full now. A leadoff double by Keaton Rinaldo, as the Wonder Boys with a scoring chance here. And a full count on Christian Olea. Here's the pitch. That's grounded softly over towards short. Scooped on the run by the shortstop Eastwood, and over to first in time to retire Olea. Advancing from second to third is Rinaldo. And that'll bring up Brendan Bard now with 1 away and runner over at third base. And the first pitch to Bard. Outside, ball one. Grant Jones waiting on deck. Brendan Bard, .273 on the year. The Wonder Boy third baseman. And a pitch. That's high, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 away here in the bottom of the second. And the Wonder Boys trailing 2-0. Hits are even at 2 apiece. And the pitch, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. Brendan Bard. Here's the 2-1. That is foul, backing out of play, and that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bard slaps his bat there. Feels like he may have missed one. Collects himself. A couple of deep breaths and climbs back in. And he's ready for the 2-2 from Phillips. Here's the pitch. That is popped out of play, foul again. And we'll do it again with a 2-2 count. Two to nothing, Southwestern Oklahoma here. That is foul, back again. And we will do it again. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Whoop. Bard just got a piece of that. I think that got everybody fooled there. Bard kind of turned around to walk away. The catcher started to tagged Bard, but Mr. Umpire says, hold on a minute. Got a piece of that, and now they've called for a conference, or shall we say, meeting of the minds here. As the umpires come together. Home plate umpire signaled foul ball. Everyone kind of froze, and now we're going to talk about it. And now the call has been changed to out. So Brendan Bard strikes out. I've never seen a home plate umpire appeal his own call or review his own call with his staff there and ask the guys who are down the baselines to see if someone got a piece of a ball at the plate. But nonetheless, that's what just happened. And they have changed the call from foul ball to strikeout. Coach Dawson is not happy about that at all. Can't say that I blame him too much there, folks. So now that's going to bring up Grant Jones. And there's two away now. That pitch misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Two outs. That ball catches the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll take a little 2-out something here from Grant Jones if the Wonder Boys are going to get on the board here. Now Jones did homer back in game 1. He takes that one on the outside edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And some of the Wonder Boy umpires sitting in the stands don't like that too much. Here's the 1-2. Well off the plate. Ball gets away from the catcher. But Fafulius keeps it in front enough to not allow Ronaldo to advance. So Jones climbs back in with a 2-2 count and 2 outs. Runner down at third base. Here's the pitch. Ball is grounded right at the first baseman, Natera. Scoops it up himself, takes it to the bag, unassisted, and that'll do it for the Wonder Boys here in the bottom of the second. They get a leadoff double from Keaton Ronaldo, but are unable to score. And as we head to the third inning here at Baswell Field, it's Southwestern Oklahoma 2, Arkansas Tech nothing. And we're back here in Russellville for the third inning of game 3 here. As Grant Shahan back to the mound, he'll face the top of the Bulldog order. And Barrera fouls the first pitch straight back. And it's no balls, 1 strike now. It'll be Barrera, Eastwood, and Searing here in the top of the third, facing Grant Shahan. And the Bulldogs with a 2-0 lead here. Next pitch is high, ball 1. Barrera struck out back in the first. Here's the pitch. That's off the outside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1. That is driven into right center field. That's going back, and that is off the base of the wall. And Barrera's going to cruise into second with a stand-up double here to start things off in the 3rd inning. Barrera hammered that ball off the base of the wall in right center field. And he's at second now with a leadoff double. And that'll bring up Ty Eastwood. Again, this is a 7-inning game here. As we play the final game of this series. Wonder Boys have taken the first 2 from the Bulldogs. And Shahan's first to Eastwood misses. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike. Eastwood kind of nods his head and says, okay. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Runner over at second with nobody out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Kind of an awkward looking swing there. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Ty Eastwood. Here's Shahan's pitch. Check swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shahan checking his wristband. He checks the runner over at second and delivers. That ball is lined in the left field sinking. That's going to drop for a base hit. Rounding third to score is Barrera. Duddleston fires it in, but not in time to keep Eastwood from another double. So back-to-back doubles here to start the 3rd inning have given the Bulldogs a 3-0 lead now. And that's going to bring Jackson Searing to the plate. Three to nothing, Southwestern Oklahoma, as we play here in the top of the 3rd. And Shahan's pitch is driven into left center. Duddleston's there to make the catch, and that's the first out of the 3rd inning. So Searing is retired, and Eastwood retreats back to second. And that'll bring up Jeff Marlowe. Marlowe got the scoring started back in the 2nd when he homered off of Jack Rector. And here's the pitch in there for a called strike. Marlowe's facing Shahan for the first time. And here comes Shahan's 0-1. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes now. With 1 away here. And a runner over at second base, and the Bulldogs leading 3-0. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Nice stop there by Olea. And the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Here's the pitch, outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wonder Boys trailing 3-0 here. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Marlowe goes down swinging, and there's 2 away now here in the top of the 3rd. I'm going to bring up Reese Burke now.
Left fielder number 8, Reese Burke.
And Shahan checks the wristband, and he's ready. Checks his runner over at second, and delivers. That ball is bounced slowly to third. Bard bare hands, throws to first in time. What a play by Brendan Bard over there at third. That was a slow roller. Bard charged it, barehanded it, and threw out Burke on the run. And that'll do it here for the Bulldogs in the top of the 3rd. But we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning with the Wonder Boys trailing 3-0. And we're back here with the bottom of the 3rd inning from Baswell Field with the Wonder Boys trailing the Bulldogs in this 3rd game of the series 3-0. And the Wonder Boys will be sending Cole Dawson, Sawyer Dudleston, and Marcos Cabranes to the plate this inning to face Jackson Phillips, the left-hander for the Bulldogs, on for his 3rd inning of work. And his first pitch to Dawson is swung on and missed. Dawson, Dudleston, and Cabranes here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. That ball is hit pretty well to center, but Barrera's there underneath it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring Sawyer Dudleston to the plate.
Left fielder number 2, Sawyer Dudleston.
Dudleston, the Springdale native, getting the start in left field today here in game 3. And he waits on Phillips' first pitch. That's in there for a called strike. And Sawyer's behind. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Inside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Sawyer Dudleston. Here's the pitch. That's low, ball 1. That boy named Sue trying to protect the plate here with a 1-2 count, and the Wonder Boys trailing 3-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Dudleston goes down on strikes. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring up Marcos Cabranes.
Second baseman number 39, Marcos Cabranes.
With nobody on now here and 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. And Phillips is ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Cabranes. Here's the 0-1. Check swing. He went, said home plate umpire. And Cabranes is now in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 is foul back. We'll do it again. Cabranes with 3 hits through the first 2 games of this series. And he takes the 0-2 downstairs for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes on Marcos Cabranes. Inside corner, called strike 3, and the Wonder Boys are done here in the bottom of the 3rd. We move to the 4th inning. The Wonder Boys trail the Bulldogs 3-0. All right, as we move to the 4th inning here in Game 3 of this series between Arkansas Tech and Southwestern Oklahoma, the Bulldogs have a 3-0 lead, and they'll send Connor Jeffers, Eric Fafoulis, and Sergio Natera to the plate this inning to face Grant Shahan. Here's the pitch. Outside corner for a strike. Again, this is a 7-inning game here. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. That was a good morning, good afternoon, and good night there. As Mr. Jeffers goes down on strikes, and that'll bring up Eric Fafoulis, who struck out looking back in the 2nd. And he'll bat here in the 4th with nobody on and 1 away. Shahan's got his sign, and he's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Just seems like Shahan may have a little extra something in his giddy-up this inning. And the 0-1. That is line sinking into right field in front of Rinaldo. He'll play it on a bounce, but Fafoulis is aboard with a single. And with 1 away, they have a base runner. And I'll bring up Sergio Natera now. Natera doubled his last at bat. And he faces Shahan here in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul outside of 3rd. That was close, but foul ball. And no balls, 1 strike now. Sean Mansour waits on deck. Shahan ready for the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And Natera's in the hole 0-2. Ball's fouled at the plate, and we'll do it again with an 0-2 count. Three to nothing Bulldogs here in the top of the fourth inning. Throw over to first, and Fafoulis is back. And Natera waits on the 0-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and that'll be it for Natera. A couple of strikeouts this inning for Shahan. That'll bring up Sean Mansour to the plate. With now 2 outs and 1 aboard here in the top of the fourth. And here's Shahan's pitch. In there for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike to the 9-hole hitter. That is grounded over to short. Fielded by Dawson, who flips to Cabranes at second for the force. And that'll retire the side here in the top of the fourth. No runs for the Bulldogs as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's Southwestern Oklahoma 3, Arkansas Tech 0. We're back here at Biswell Field for the bottom of the fourth inning with the Wonder Boys trailing the Bulldogs 3-0. And the Wonder Boys are going to send Shane Poe, Logan Schwenke, and Keaton Rinaldo to the plate here against Jackson Phillips. On here for his fourth inning of work. And his first to Poe is fouled back into the net. No balls, 1 strike. And Phillips is 0-1. Swing and a miss. Poe's in the hole. 0-2. Phillips has given up 2 hits so far through 3 innings of work. And Poe fouls that one out of play over the right side. We'll do it again with an 0-2 count. Poe, Schwenke, and Rinaldo. If anybody reaches Olea, due up this inning. Here's the pitch. Off the outside edge for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And the catcher throws down to complete the strikeout and Poe's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Logan Schwenke now. Schwenke singled back in the first, but was thrown out trying to stretch it to a double. And the first pitch to him. Misses. Ball one. One ball, no strikes to the Tech first baseman. Here's the pitch. That ball is driven to right field. That's going back, drifting, foul. That had home run distance, but was well foul. So the count now is 1-1 to Logan Schwenke. And Phillips 1-1. Popped out of play to the right side, foul. And the count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillips checking his wristband for the sign, and the lefty's ready. That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Logan Schwenke. Here comes the 2-2. Grounded over into the hole at short. Eastwood with the stop. The long throw is not in time to get Schwenke, so Schwenke's aboard with an infield single. And so with 1 out, that'll bring Keaton Rinaldo to the plate. That was a nice job to Eastwood to get to that ball deep in the hole over there at short. Long throw over was not in time, and it came out of the glove of the first baseman, Natera, anyway. So Schwenke's aboard, and we've got ourselves a meeting on the mound here. Wonder Boys going for the sweep today. Following their victory in Game 2 of the series earlier today, that pushed Arkansas Tech's record to 18-12 on the year. Puts them at 10-7 in the GAC. Southwestern Oklahoma drops to 15-14, and they're now 7-10 in the GAC. You sure would like to have this sweep here if you're the Wonder Boys. The home plate umpire breaks up the meeting on the mound, and we're all set to go here. Phillips stays in the game. And he's set to face Rinaldo. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike. No balls. 1 strike now. And the 0-1. Ball is popped up on the infield. The second baseman, Mansour, going out into the shallow outfield grass, makes the catch to retire Rinaldo. And there's now 2 away here. And that'll bring up Christian Olea now with 2 outs. And a runner over at first. And Jackson Phillips is ready. Here's the pitch. Misses, down. Skips away from Fafoulis behind the plate, but not far enough for Schwenke to advance. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Christian Olea. And Phillips' pitch. Grounded to short. Eastwood flips to second for the force. And that will retire Olea. And the Wonder Boys are turned away here in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the 5th inning. with the Wonder Boys trailing the Bulldogs 3-0. As we move to the 5th inning here of this 7-inning game here in Game 3, the Wonder Boys are trailing the Bulldogs 3-0. And Grant Shahan back to the mound. He'll be facing the top of the Bulldog order in Marco Barrera. And his first pitch to Barrera is outside for a ball. Foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Barrera doubled his last at bat back in the 3rd inning. And the pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Barrera, Eastwood, and Searing here in the top of the 5th. Shahan's pitch, that misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2. That's down and in. Runs the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ball is lifted in the air to center. Grant Jones takes a few steps back, settles underneath it, and makes the grab. So Barrera is retired to start the 5th. And that'll bring up Ty Eastwood. Eastwood doubled himself back in the 3rd. He faces Shahan here in the 5th with nobody on, 1 away. And the pitch. It's high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Downstairs, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Ty Eastwood at the plate. Pitch is swung on and missed. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 1-2, foul back into the net. That brings the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That is fouled down the right field line into the lap of one of the fans sitting out in the grass down the right field line. A little souvenir. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Ball low. That runs the count full now with 1 out. Actually, don't think the fan made the play on that ball down there. I'm charging error to him. Here's the 3-2. That is grounded up the middle. Cabranes ranges to his right, makes the play, and throws Eastwood out. And there's 2 away now here in the top of the 5th. And that'll bring Jackson Searing to the plate.
Right fielder number 2, Jackson Searing.
Searing's 0 for 2 on the day with a couple of flyouts. Yeah, the fan out there in right that ball came to never moved out of her chair. And the first to Searing, that's hammered to right center. That's going back. That may be trouble. That's off the top of the wall. Carries all the way in before Ronaldo can get a hold of it, about 15 feet. And by that time, Searing's standing at second base with a 2-out double. That ball was hit well, just off the top of the wall.
Is a hitter number 20, Jeff Marlowe.
And that'll bring Jeff Marlowe to the plate. Marlowe homered back in the second. And he bats here with 2 away in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. That misses. Ball 1. And Shahan's 1-0. That is popped up. Dawson going out into short left. Duddleston coming in, makes the grab. And that'll be it for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 5th. So we go to the bottom half of the 5th with the Wonder Boys trailing Southwestern Oklahoma 3-0.
Southwestern Oklahoma in the top of the 5th is scoring runs of
As we move to the bottom half of the 5th here at Baswell Field, the Wonder Boys come to the plate trailing Southwestern Oklahoma 3-0. Jackson Phillips back to the mound for the Bulldogs for his 5th inning of work. And he'll face Brendan Bard, Grant Jones, and Cole Dawson here. Bard stands in, and the pitch in there for a called strike. Phillips now in his 5th inning of work here. 4 completed. He's given up 3 hits. No runs as of yet. And the next to Bard is down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. That ball is hammered to left field. Going back, get up, get back, and get out. Brendan Bard puts the Wonder Boys on the board with a solo smash to left. And he makes his way around the bases. Trots home, steps on home plate, and celebrates with his teammates, and it is 3-1. Brendan Bard got all of that. The left fielder, Burke, took a couple steps back and then just said, never mind. Turned and watched it sail out of here. And that'll bring up Grant Jones now. Grant Jones takes the first pitch for a strike. 3-1 as the Wonder Boys get on the board. And next pitch is flied into left. Burke ranges over a few steps, makes the grab. And there's one away now here in the top or the bottom of the fifth. And I'll bring up Cole Dawson.
Shortstop number 14, Cole Dawson.
3 runs on 6 hits so far for the Bulldogs. 1 run on 4 hits for the Wonder Boys. And Cole Dawson stands in against Jackson Phillips. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike. That catches the outside edge. And Dawson's in the hole 0-2. That ball is lined back up the middle and through for a base hit. And the Wonder Boys have a one out base runner now. That ball was shot back up the box. A diving stop by Mansour over there at second, but was not able to get to it as that ball sailed into center field for a base hit. Now to bring up Sawyer Duddleston now with a runner aboard. And 1 out. That first pitch is flied into center field. Coming on as a center fielder and an over-the-shoulder grab by the second baseman. No, he dropped it. He dropped it. Duddleston is aboard with a single. Dawson moves over to second base. That ball was not hit particularly well. The center fielder was coming on. The second baseman, Mansour, went out, tried to make an over-the-shoulder grab. Had it in his glove just for a split second, but it squirted out. So now the Wonder Boys have 2 runners aboard here, with 1 away here in the bottom of the fifth, trailing 3-1. And it looks like this may be all for Jackson Phillips. I can see down the bullpen there. It does look like the Bulldogs have somebody warming. Phillips has gone 4 1/3 so far. He's given up 6 hits and 1 run so far. And looks like they're going to stick with him. They are going to stick with the left-hander here as we play in the bottom of the fifth. And the Wonder Boys trailing 3-1. And the top of the order up in Marcos Cabranes. The tying runs are on base. The go-ahead run is at the plate here in the bottom of the fifth. Phillips' first pitch to Cabranes. It's popped foul back here out of play. Again, this is a shortened 7-inning game here, not a 9-inning game. Three to 1. Wonder Boys trail. Pitch to Cabranes is grounded over to second. Mansour fields it, flips to second for 1. Not in time to get Cabranes over at first. So now there's going to be runners at the corners and 2 away for Shane Poe. Cabranes grounded that over to Mansour. Mansour got it over to second for the force, but the relay over to first was not in time. So there's runners at the corners now, 2 away. Shane Poe at the plate, facing Jackson Phillips. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Phillips trying to get through his 5th inning of work here. Wonder Boys looking for some 2-out lightning here. Off the bat of Shane Poe. Throw over to first. Cabranes is back. Poe, the Truckee, California native. Looking to bring the Wonder Boys another run closer at least. And throw over. And Cabranes is back again. Might have tweaked something a little bit over there, but he looks to be okay. He gets his lead over at first. Here's the pitch. Ball is lifted into right. Coming over is the right fielder, Searing. Make the grab right at the line, and that'll retire the side. And so the Wonder Boys are done here in the bottom of the 5th. They do get on the board, however, and as we head to the 6th inning, it is Southwestern Oklahoma 3, Arkansas Tech 1. And we're back here at Maswell Field. As the Wonder Boys got on the board in the bottom of the 5th, they still trail 3-1. We move to the 6th inning here, and Grant Shahan returns to the mound. He'll be facing Reese Burke to get things started here in the top of the 6th. And his first pitch is in there for a strike. It'll be Burke, Jeffers, and Fafoulis here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Burke's in the hole 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. That misses. Skips away from Olea. And the count moves to 1-2. Here's the 1-2. That is grounded over to second. Nice play by Cabranes. Long throw and stretched by Schwenke to get Burke. And there's one away now here in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up Connor Jeffers now. That was a heck of a play by Cabranes over there on a hard hit ball. And another nice play by Schwenke to stretch there on the throw. And so with one away, Connor Jeffers steps in. Here's the pitch. That ball is grounded softly over to Bard. Bard fields it clean, throws across, and the throw pulls Schwenke off the bag. And the ball squirts out of Schwenke's glove. So Jeffers is aboard. And so with one out, the Bulldogs have a base runner. And here's the pitch to Eric Fafoulis. In there for a strike. Charging error to Bard on that play. And the 0-1 to Pafoulis. Misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That misses downstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. That caught Pafoulis off guard, looked like there. A little awkward flinch. That brings the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pafoulis goes down on strikes for the 2nd time today. And now there's 2 away here in the top of the 6th. And that'll bring up Sergio Natera.
First baseman number 27, Sergio Natera.
As I look out here in the crowd, I see a few folks watching some March Madness on their phones. First pitch to Natera, in there for a strike. However, no need for me to watch. My bracket was busted on day 1, so it's irrelevant. Still a lot of fun, though. And the 0-1 just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. I enjoy March Madness, but for my money, baseball's where it's at. And the 1-1 is fouled out of play down the right side. And that makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. College baseball's in full swing now. Major leaguers are getting ready to kick off this week. That ball's popped up. Yeah, Olea gives it a look, but that's on the roof here. And it stays 1-2. I believe the Rangers and the Cubs will get us started on, I think, Thursday. And the 1-2 fouled over by the third base dugout. Ricochets back to Bard. And ricochets off him over to Dawson, who gets it back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. To Sergio Natera. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. That misses down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind seems to have picked up now, blowing across from center over to left, from right over to left, should say. Flag's blowing pretty good. And the 2-2, grounded hard. Nice snag by Bard over at third. Long throw in time to get Natera. And that'll do it for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 6th. Heck of a play over there, Mr. Bard. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's Southwestern Oklahoma 3, Arkansas Tech 1. We're back to action here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Wonder Boys have 6 outs to work with. And they're trailing Southwestern Oklahoma 3-1 in this series finale. And Logan Schwenke's going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. And Jackson Phillips back out to the mound for his 6th inning of work. He'll face Schwenke, Rinaldo, and Alea. And the first one to Schwenke, swung on and fouled. Over to Rinaldo in the on-deck circle. No balls, 1 strike now. Schwenke has a pair of singles. Ball is popped up on the right side, drifting close to, oh, what a play over there by Natera. Right at the wall. Squeezed it to retire Schwenke. I thought that was going to get out of play, but Natera had just enough room to make the play. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And that'll bring up Keaton Rinaldo now. Wonder Boys trying to sweep this series, but trail this 3rd and final game 3-1. That ball is grounded hard into left field for a base hit. Rinaldo is aboard with his 2nd hit of the day. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate and Christian Olea. Nice job of hitting there by Rinaldo. Hit that ball hard. Into left field for a base hit. And Christian Olea bats now with 1 away. Here's the pitch. That misses down. 1 ball, no strikes. The tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. In this 7-inning game here in the series finale. And Jackson Phillips comes ready. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Olea's 0 for 2 in this game 3. Here's the pitch. Just off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. It does look like the Bulldogs do have somebody warming in the pen. The Wonder Boys do as well. And here's the pitch. Ball is hammered into left field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And they put a pair of runners aboard for Brendan Bard. Bard represents the go-ahead run. The tying runs are on base. And Brendan Bard, he homered last at bat to get the Wonder Boys on the board. And he bats here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Off the plate for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Just have to think that Mr. Phillips' day might be done if he's not able to retire Bard. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And Phillips is ready. Here's the pitch. Way off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Grant Jones waits on deck for the Wonder Boys. Bard made a heck of a play over there just a little bit ago at 3rd. He waits on the 2-1. Popped up, back out of play here. That evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Brendan Bard plays a really nice 3rd base. Really fun to watch over there at the hot corner. And the 2-2. That's off the plate to run the count full. Full count on Brendan Bard with one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Again, this is a 7-inning game, folks. So the Wonder Boys looking for something here, trailing 3-1. That ball is hammered into left. Going back is Burke. That is off the top of the wall. Into scores Rinaldo. Into third is Olea, and into second base standing up is a fired up Brendan Bard. And the Wonder Boys have closed within 3-2 on a double from Brendan Bard. And the folks here at Baswell Field are fired up. And that's going to bring Grant Jones to the plate with the tying run at third base, the go-ahead run at second. And, folks, that's going to be it for Jackson Phillips, I believe, as the Bulldogs are going to go to the bullpen and bring in a reliever after the Wonder Boys have pushed another run across here in the bottom of the 6th inning on their 9th base hit. And they've got a couple of runners aboard. Let's see who the Bulldogs are going to. That's going to be it for Jackson Phillips on the day. He goes 5 1/3, gives up 2 runs on 9 base hits. And looks like the Bulldogs are going to go with another left-hander. I believe that's number 29.
Pitching change for Southwestern Oklahoma. Now on the mound, number 23, Tyler 14.
Let's see here. Who is that? Can't get a good look at the numbers. I need me some binoculars up here. All right, that's going to be number 23. Tyler Fortin, the junior out of Burke Burnett, Texas, and the Redlands Community College. And he's going to come on here to face Grant Jones, with runners at second and third, and only 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Wonder Boys trying to sweep this series.
At the plate, center fielder number 8, Grant Jones.
Southwestern Oklahoma State 3, Arkansas Tech 2. As Grant Jones makes his way to the plate.
Attention please fans, also have a pinch runner for the Wonder Boys. Over at third base, number 45, Simon Murray.
And Simon Murray has come on to run over at third base. So a pinch runner for the Wonder Boys here. So you'll have Bard over at second and Murray down at third. And Grant Jones at the plate. Big spot for the Wonder Boys here. And the lefty Fortin's pitch in there for a strike. Cole Dawson waits on deck. Here's the 0-1. And Jones looks at another, and he's in the hole 0-2. You're looking for contact here. The right kind of contact will score a run. Here's the pitch. Wave and a miss. Jones goes down on 3 pitches. And now there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring Cole Dawson to the plate. With the tying run just 90 feet away. First pitch is flied into left. Burke running back, going back. Leaps at the wall and cannot make the catch. 2 runs are going to score. The left fielder, Burke, just kept drifting back. At the last minute, made a leap. Was not able to make the catch. The ball goes off the wall. And Cole Dawson is going to be standing at second base with a 2 RBI double. And the Wonder Boys have gone in front 4-3. Boy, oh boy, how things have turned here at Baswell Field. And now Sawyer Duddleston will stand in. And the pitch to him is hammered foul down the left field line. Boy, Duddleston got all of that one, but hit it foul. Attaboy, Sue. Do it again. Duddleston now stand in with an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Duddleston singled in his last at bat. There's a 1-1 count here. Here's the pitch. That's down and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Good take there by Duddleston. Dawson standing over at second as the Wonder Boys have gone in front. Here's the pitch. That ball is hit high and deep to left field. Going back is Burke at the wall, off the top of the wall. Sawyer Duddleston with an RBI double. Celebrate over there, Sue. Let me see you get fired up over there, 18. Sawyer Duddleston has put the Wonder Boys up 5-3 now as Cole Dawson comes home. And Duddleston stands at second with an RBI double. And the Wonder Boys have scored 4 runs so far in the bottom of the 6th here to go jump out in front 5-3. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order here. Marcos Cabranes. And the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike. So Dawson and Duddleston with back-to-back doubles. And the Wonder Boys are up 5-3. Here's the pitch. Ball is hammered down the left field line, foul. No balls, 2 strikes now. So the Wonder Boys will be looking to close it out in the top of the 7th with at least a 2-run lead. It looks like the Wonder Boys are going to pinch run for Duddleston. As Brendan Button will come on to pinch run for Duddleston. Now there's an 0-2 count here on Cabranes. Wonder Boys looking to break out the brooms. Here's the 0-2. Foul tipped off of the home plate umpire. Knocked his mask off his face. And he's going to take a little walk. He felt that. He felt that. I watched a foul ball go off the home plate umpire last night in the Arkansas Razorback Auburn game. That knocked the home plate umpire out of the game. And when they went to get the gear for the new home plate umpire, they realized they left it at the hotel. So the umpire had to go all the way back to the team hotel and caused a 30-minute delay. But it looks like our home plate umpire is good to go here. He took a little walk, tried to remember his name, and he looks like he's good to go now. And the 0-2 to Cabranes. That's downstairs. Appeal on the check swing. That didn't look close to me, and no, says first base umpire. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Wonder Boys have plated 4 here in the bottom of the 6th to take a 5-3 lead. Looking for more. Here's the 1-2. Off the plate, runs the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wonder Boys with 5 runs on 11 base hits now. Here's the 2-2. Grounded softly down the third base line. That's trouble. Fielded by the pitcher. Sails the throw into right field. Bunton's going to come in to score. Cabranes is going to wind up all the way over at third base, and it is now 6-3. Wonder Boys here in the bottom of the 6th. That was going to be trouble off the bat. You could tell it was hit softly up the third base line. The pitcher, Fortin, got over to it in a hurry, but threw way over the head of the first baseman, Antera, over at first. And Cabranes wound up all the way over at third. And that's going to be it for Fortin. As You Had a Bad Day plays on the loudspeakers here at Baswell Field. Yeah, Mr. Fortin, young man, you did have a little bit of a bad day there. And the Bulldogs are going to the pen here. They brought in a big righty. The Wonder Boys have scored 5 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. They've still got a runner over there at third base now in Cabranes. They lead it 6-3. The Wonder Boys, looking for the sweep, have come back from a 3-0 deficit in the last 2 innings. They scored a run in the 5th, and now they've scored 5 here in the 6th to take a 6-3 lead. That looks like Grant Avey on the mound here for the Bulldogs. And it looks like the Wonder Boys will have a pinch hitter here. Pinch hitting will be Nick Jones for Shane Poe. So Jones in to hit here. Facing Grant Avey. With the Wonder Boys leading 6-3 with another run sitting over there at third base. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Everybody's ready. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Ball is lifted foul, backing out of play here. Here's the 0-1 to Jones. Ball is lifted into center field. Coming on is the center fielder, Barrera. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Cabranes scores, and it is 7-3 Arkansas Tech. And the Wonder Boys have batted around here in the 6th inning as Logan Schwenke comes up for the 2nd time. Schwenke popped out to start the 6th. And then it's been all Wonder Boys since. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. 1 ball, no strikes. 7-3 Arkansas Tech here in the bottom of the 6th of a 7-inning series finale. Here's the 1-0. That's high, ball 2. Wonder Boys going for the sweep of the Bulldogs here. Here's the pitch. Cut on and missed. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ronaldo waits on deck. Here's the pitch. That's off the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Here's the pitch. Ball is lined into right field. That is sinking fair down the right field line. Jones is on his way to third. Schwenke's on his way to second. And he's in with a stand-up double. So Schwenke keeps the party going. And with 2 outs, the Wonder Boys have runners at second and third. That ball wasn't hit just particularly hard, but it was dropped in and it absolutely hugged the right field line. Jones went from first to third, and Schwenke winds up at second. So Keaton Ronaldo will bat here now in the bottom of the 6th. His first pitch is popped up and out of play here. Ronaldo singled earlier in the inning. Wonder Boys have scored 6 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. Looking for more. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Ronaldo's in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Seven to 3 Wonder Boys. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Christian Olea waits on deck. And here's the pitch. That's down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Keaton Ronaldo. Here's the pitch. Ball is popped up into center field. Center fielder coming on, shortstop going out, and not able to make the catch is Eastwood. And in to score is Logan Schwenke. And so the hits just keep coming, folks. It is now 8 to 3, Arkansas Tech. As the Wonder Boys just collected their 15th base hit, the shortstop Eastwood tried to make an over-the-shoulder catch and could not do so. Let's see. Looks like the Wonder Boys will be pitch hitting here. Tyler Sardelli makes his way to the plate. Sardelli, the 6'3" sophomore out of Olathe, Kansas, and Blue Valley Southwest High School. Will bat now with the Wonder Boys leading 9 to 3 here. With Ronaldo over at first. Eight runs here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sardelli. The Wonder Boys have broke this open and are getting the brooms ready. They are 3 outs away from a series sweep. Here's the 1-1. That's down. 2 balls, 1 strike. 15 base hits for the Wonder Boys today. And 9 runs in the last 2 innings. Here's the 2-1. That is line foul down the third base line. That evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brendan Bard waits on deck if this party can continue. Why not, folks? Here's the pitch. Ball is line foul and a one-handed stop there by Brandon Bard in the on-deck circle. He makes plays in the field even when he's not in the field. Nice play over there, Tien. With a bat in one hand, he barehanded it with the other. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. And that'll do it here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But the Wonder Boys played 8 runs. And as we head to the top of the 7th, it's closing time here. How about a series sweep, folks? We head to the top of the 7th. It's Arkansas Tech 9, Southwestern Oklahoma 3. All right, it's closing time here at Baswell Field as the Wonder Boys are looking to break out the brooms and sweep Southwestern Oklahoma out of town. It is 9-3 Arkansas Tech. The Wonder Boys explode for 8 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning and now lead it 9-3, and they've called on the lefty Will Horton to close this thing down. Will Horton becomes the 3rd Wonder Boy pitcher of the day. And he'll be called on to face the 9, 1, and 2 spots for the Bulldogs. Sean Mansour will lead it off here against Will Horton. And the first pitch is popped up. That's drifting over towards the first base line. And there to make the catch. Nice play. Just inserted into the game. Or in that catcher, Marcos Cabranes slid from second to behind the plate. And he makes the grab for the first out in the top of the 7th. And that brings us to the top of the order here. And Marco Barrera, Horton's first to him, misses for a ball. Grant Jones slid from center to left. And Button's on in center. And Horton's next delivery misses. 2 balls, no strikes. And next pitch misses. 3 balls, no strikes now. 1 away here in the top of the 7th. And the 3-0 in there for a called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 3-1. Fouled straight back. And that runs the count full. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Down goes Barrera, and the Wonder Boys are 1 out away from a series sweep. That'll bring up Ty Eastwood to the plate.
Shortstop number 12, Ty Eastwood.
Eastwood is 1 for 3 on the day with a double. He bats here in the top of the 7th. Nobody on and 2 outs. And the first pitch from Horton misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 from Horton. That misses. 2 balls, no strikes. It was 3-0. Southwestern Oklahoma after 4. And the Wonder Boys got 1 in the 5th and then exploded for 8 in the 6th. And the next pitch is fouled into the net. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. 9 runs in the last 2 innings for the Wonder Boys here today. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And the Bulldogs are down to their last strike. Swing and a miss. Eastwood goes down swinging, and that's a Wonder Boy winner. Break out the brooms here at Baswell, folks. Arkansas Tech has swept Southwestern Oklahoma out of town. Your final here in Game 3, Arkansas Tech 9, Southwestern Oklahoma State 3.
Final score here in Game 2 of our doubleheader this afternoon. Arkansas Tech wins it 9-3 over Southwestern Oklahoma. Thanks again for coming out to the ballpark this weekend and taking in Wonder Boys baseball. We invite you to come right back here this coming weekend. The Wonder Boys will be at home against UAM. Series is scheduled to start Friday at 6 p.m.